That's a good one.
Can you wash your mouth out, fam? You can have all kinds of... Bro.
Sorry, guys. As it started.
Oh, it's always on, fam.
Oh, it's always on.
Bloopers.
Sorry. All right.
Bloopers.
You ready?
Yep.
Hi, and welcome back to our final episode this year of Front Street. I'm your host, John Labrada.
I wish there was like a cry sound that we could do.
Pretend this is crying.
I'm Mr. Moreno, a.k.a. Jaime, a.k.a. the big dog, a.k.a. the man. And with us, as always, not as always, but our final guest was a guy that you heard in the first couple episodes.
Our disembodied voice.
Our disembodied voice.
You can just call me Mr. Camera Guy. It's okay.
Hey, man, you got to get close to one of these mics, man, when you talk.
Sorry, sir.
You're welcome. I mean, you can get close to either one.
You don't want me close to you. It's fine.
This is my man, the man, the myth, the legend. Issa. Introduce yourself, Issa.
AKA Mr. Prom King. The one and only.
Coming out with the flex on the mark.
Hey, bro, if you didn't see him in his prom outfit, for real,
It was baller.
I don't know what was happening with your shoes because it looked like you were trying to like stomp people or like with the spikes. Like, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Let's just say I'll make you fall in love.
Yeah, Mr. Prom King, Issa. Issa, you're a senior?
Yes, sir. Glad to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you for choosing me.
Issa's goal in life is to be a plant daddy, I think.
Yes, sir.
You want to hear a funny story?
What's up?
This is the first time I remember seeing you ever. You ready? All right. I think it was last year.
I was looking good that year. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. How long you been with Tina?
Keep it a buck with you?
Yeah.
About like going into 5 years.
Serious? It's like 8th grade, fam?
I mean, we were on and off, but.
Okay. I think it was last year.
Right.
I went to a basketball game. And I was, minding my business watching the girls' basketball game. I think it was a girls' basketball game. May have been volleyball. I don't know. I knew Tina just like in passing, like, hey, how's it going? Whatever. And I saw her, and I'm like, hey. And she's like, hey, Marina. And then she walked towards you and sat down next to you. And I thought, legit, this is what I thought. I was like, I can't believe she's with that Mexican right there. God bless. In retrospect, dog, I was wrong. You're a pretty dope little human being.
Hey, I thought you said we were saving the crying part for later.
Oh, that's later. My bad. That was the first time I remember ever like seeing you either. Like I just didn't see you last year for whatever reason. But that was the first time, and I was like, that. You know what I said in my head?
What's up?
That beaner. I know that was racist. My bad. That's exactly what I thought.
Okay.
All right, before we get into it, I'm gonna say something. I'm not happy that they might reverse Roe v. Wade. Before we get into the questions, and let me explain why. I think it opens
first
up.
explain what that is to people that don't know what that is.
Roe v. Wade was a Supreme Court case that happened in the 70s that allowed federally for there to be abortion.
Abortion saves lives! Abortion saves lives! Abortion is violence! Abortion is oppression!
Both sides have come to make a stand at the foot of the US Supreme Court, the highest court in the land, whose very purpose is to protect their rights and uphold the Constitution, yet which now stands accused of stripping those rights away.
Abortion is oppression!
America has woken up to a new reality today, where a woman's ability to have an abortion in place for the past 50 years is set to no longer be a constitutional right and taken away by the very institution that enshrined those rights in the first place.
And I just pray for those in our nation who've chosen abortion, Lord God.
Getting rid of Roe has been the ambition of conservative America for decades, and today it looks like they finally got their way.
Someone oppose abortion because it kills babies.
We're all coming together to say that human rights should belong to all human beings, born or unborn.
What about the rights of women who want to choose to do with their body what they want to do?
Committing violence against a human being,
Is that how you see it?
Yes, abortion objectively is violence against a human being.
when Roe is no longer protected, that doesn't mean abortion is going to stop happening. It means safe abortions will stop happening. And we all know the cost of that.
Good evening. In a landmark ruling, the Supreme Court today legalized abortions.
A woman's right to choose was enshrined in a historic ruling, Roe versus Wade, nearly 50 years ago.
I am pro-life, and I will be appointing pro-life judges.
As a candidate, Donald Trump promised to nominate conservative judges. As president, he did exactly that, giving the court a conservative majority. And last year, they agreed to hear a case that sought to ban the procedure after 15 weeks. They were expected to uphold that ban, but in a draft version of its decision leaked last night, the justices have gone much further. The Constitution, it said, makes no reference to abortion, and no such right is implicitly protected by any constitutional provision. As a result, Roe, the draft said, must be overruled.
If they're going to be so literal in their translation, be prepared, because this culture war is going to take us beyond abortion. It's going to take us into family planning, the rights of those who are LGBTQ, and certainly gay marriage are all at stake in this culture war that the Supreme Court is pushing on the American people now.
My body, my choice! My body, my choice!
The court's final decision is expected in July, but if this draft remains unchanged, American states will be allowed to ban abortion, raising the prospect that women in 2022 will have fewer rights than their mothers.
Now, for the record, I'm not a fan of abortion. I don't think it's right. However, my beliefs, specifically my Christian beliefs, shouldn't be imposed on everybody else who isn't a Christian. I don't think that is how it should work. Because if that happens, then we're nothing better than any other theocracy that like believes that whatever religion is over the government should run. I don't think it should happen that way, right? I shouldn't force my beliefs on somebody else. It's their choosing to believe how I believe, right?
Facts. I'm with you on that one.
I think that it opens a door for a lot of things that are law that may be undone. I think you can stretch it, but it opens the door to birth control in general because most Christian people don't believe in birth control. I think it opens the door to same-sex marriage and removing that, which in my opinion, it doesn't bother me because it's not my business. And anybody should be able to marry who they want. Any other human being. I don't care. It also opens the door for interracial marriage and removing that. And I think that's wrong. There's a lot of things that if this switches, it could open a lot of doors. I'm not saying that it is. I'm saying that read the leaked information and you'll understand where I'm getting that from.
That's crazy.
That's all I had to say.
That's a good point.
Hey, I made nothing but good points, man. I don't know if you know this about me. He said, I'm real smart.
Well,
this guy.
Like Harvard graduate type of smart.
I'm not saying that they sent me a letter. That's not what I'm saying. I'm also not saying that they did. I'm just saying they could have. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. Nah, man, I was dumb in high school, fam. I wouldn't have went to college in Harvard. Could I go now? Probably not. But
I feel like you'll make it, man.
Hey, man,
100%.
That's what I'm talking about, dog.
Political science? I think you got it.
I think I could. People don't want me running for political office, for real.
Why not, bro?
They won't vote for me. I'm brown, dog. Anywho, all right, we got a couple questions like we normally do. Mm-hmm. We're going to keep it, what did we decide we were going first? Oh, okay, fact. Okay, so here's what I thought. One of the questions that I wanted to present for y'all to answer to was, what's a random fact about a famous person or a famous situation that you know that like once you learned it, you're like, I can't unlearn that because it's cool. Who wants to go first?
Right,
I'll go first. Mine's just kind of, it's there. So in the Willy Wonka movie, you know, the Grandpa Joe, disabled guy, you know, that guy, he had a cocaine now. And it was later.
You're going to do that. Who kicked it?
I'm sorry.
Bro.
It was later revealed that he actually was on cocaine at the time. So the entire time that it was going on, he was just.
Wow.
That's fire. Yeah.
For the record, to be in that movie, you kind of had to be on the drugs.
Yeah,
that's a wild movie, fam.
You know who else does drugs? My guy, Johnny Depp.
Oh, does he ever? Bro, you know what I learned about that court case? He's really into it.
Not for real.
Like, for real. That dude's real heavy.
That brings me to my interesting fact.
All right.
Johnny Depp, my guy. You know, I was with Gian. We were just at, where were we? We were grocery shopping, I believe.
I think we were grocery shopping.
Yeah, right?
No, we were getting groceries.
Yeah.
What?
We do that.
No, we're together 24/7. Oh, by the way, guys, this is my best friend. Two knuckleheads. Come on. But anyways.
All right, you were buying groceries because
Yeah.
you eat healthy and you're trying to get your vegetables in. Go ahead.
No, if we're being honest, we're buying stuff for tostadas. But
I love it.
But anyways,
wait.
You text him. Oh, go ahead.
Shells? Yeah, by the orange ones or the
orange ones.
Okay.
Orange ones. Duh.
But anyways,
if you're not Mexican, you don't know.
Kick rocks.
Yeah.
What is orange shells?
I don't know. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. My fault. My fault. But anyways, you texted him and he was just going off about yada yada. I was like, who's someone that's going big right now?
Right.
And I was like, my guy.
Your homie.
So I was doing some research, yada yada yada. Couple interesting facts. His girlfriend pooped in his bed. Other than that one. My fault. Hey, by the way, if you're seeing this, don't sue me, please. But anyway.
That's funny, fam.
Other than that,
yeah.
I came into an interesting fact. That
Go ahead.
He dropped out when he was in high school.
Serious?
To be a music artist, right?
Yeah, he wanted to be in the music industry.
Really?
That didn't go plan.
No.
Bro, but the second plan B for him was on point,
know this,
fam.
but Deb probably got bars, and we just never heard it.
Could you imagine? And you know how like weirdly he has a almost English accent? Could you imagine him rapping now? 2 + 2 is 4. -1, that's 3.
Quick mess.
I love that you understood that reference. Thank you very much.
That's my favorite song.
Go ahead.
But that was it.
Okay, so mine's is a bit of a story. So let me tell you some backstory. We've had this conversation, I think. One of my favorite like bands ever is the Foo Fighters. You know who the Foo Fighters are?
Nah, but I'll just go with
Okay. So Dave Grohl is the like head dude of the Foo Fighters, and he was in Nirvana. And then when Kurt Cobain passed away, Nirvana ended, right? So Dave Grohl made an entire album. His very first album with Foo Fighters, he did completely 100%. Guitars, bass, drums, sang, right? Wrote the whole thing, all that. And it was like, it kind of got known. He won a Grammy for it. So the second album, or by the time he finished his first album, he hired people to be in his band. Like he got bandmates, right? He played guitar. He got a dude from a bassist. He got a drummer. And then he had another guitar player with him that he had. Pat Smear was from Nirvana. So they made the second album, which is called Color and Shapes. And it was like important that it came out great, right? So they recorded the entire album with the drummer. And this is, in my opinion, the most gangster thing I think I've ever heard. After it was done, without telling the drummer, fam, he re-recorded the entire drums because he said the drummer wasn't good enough for it to be on an album. And he did it without telling him.
That's cool.
Bro, and then he came up to him and said, hey, I re-recorded everything. You can still be my drummer, but you can't record. And the drummer bounced. They had to get a new drummer after that. How wild is that, dude? Like, you listen to the whole album. Everything's done, 100%. They're ready to release it. And he goes, I'm a better drummer. Let me do this. Bro, that's gangster.
I'm sorry. We would have been fighting, bro.
It was so wild. Like, when I heard about that, I was like, what a G move.
Personally, me, if that was me, the drummer.
Yeah, you would have bounced too.
Nah, I wouldn't take that. I'm fighting, bro.
Hey, tell him to stop.
Can you please stop?
Interesting fact, if you grab a paper water bottle wrapper plastic thingy,
yeah,
it has to be the yellow one.
Oh, you're such a liar.
You gotta... And that's how the Indians used to talk to each other.
Nah, for real?
Yeah.
No,
They would get the plastic off their water bottle.
Reasonable.
And if there was danger, they'd be like... And that's how they would know. But if there was like... If they just needed to come home, like in time for dinner.
What is this? One of these podcasts with these minimal people that don't know how to do podcasts in this high school? Hey, man, we're professional, fam.
Did you just bring that up, bro?
100% he did. He is not that intelligent.
You know?
They didn't have plastic water bottles, fam. You're an idiot. Hey, we're a professional podcast.
That's so funny, man.
Interesting fact.
God, I hate you. Oh, Melina, you're going to pause this, okay? Unpause. All right. Question number 2.
What's up with it?
Okay. Legitimately, have you ever experienced sort of a supernatural, like had a supernatural experience? That's the question. I'll go first. Okay. I'm not saying that I don't believe in ghosts. Ghosts, I think, in my opinion, are legit. There's some things that happen in the world that are unexplained. We understand this. Okay. Shortly after my dad passed away, we were at our house, and this was probably like a month after he passed. So 2 things happened that we can't figure out. Okay. So we were all in the living room, and in his bedroom, there was a mirror that was stuck in between the TV, like, center, like, what is it called? Entertainment center? Mm-hmm. And a dresser. It was leaning. It was all the way pushed back. Right? No reason for this to happen. But we hear what sounded like a giant bang in the bedroom. So we all go to the bedroom. And the mirror was in the middle of the room facing up. Now, mind you, I kid you not, like there was no way for that thing to roll, and then fall. Because it was in the very back, wedged in. It was not moving. It had not moved for years. It freaked us out. Also, within that same week, one of my nieces, this was later on, but one of my niece's toys, no batteries in it. None. Goes off in the bedroom. Like, starts making noise. And it had no batteries in that thing, dude. And as soon as we walked into the bedroom, it stopped.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Like same house or like
same house? Again, nobody was in the bedroom.
Have you ever seen the movie The Conjuring?
Keep it a buck.
No, but yeah, I know the way.
It might be happening, bro. No cap.
Well, no,
That's how it starts.
This is like literally, we don't live in that house
It
anymore.
always starts with a toy.
Y'all got scared. Say the truth. Y'all got scared.
No. Like the house was kept in the family for another 10 years. We just felt like that could have been my dad saying like, "Hey, I'm here," like legit. So we didn't really panic on it, because both of those things, the mirror should not have been in the middle of the room facing up. It sounded like somebody literally lifted it and threw it down, like it was like a bang. And then
it didn't break?
No. It was perfect. Yeah. And then the toy going off with no battery in it.
That was creepy.
It was weird.
That is weird.
It was weird.
I'm from the cab. If I had an Elmo with like no batteries
and
in
it goes crazy,
and it started going tickle me, I'd freak out.
Oh no! Well, I mean, yeah. I think under that circumstance, I'd punch
me
it.
Me personally, I let it tickle me, but then I get freaked out. No, I'm sorry, but that's beyond the point. My fault.
Okay, supernatural experience. Something supernatural experience. Go.
Yeah. So I had asked my mom about this because I was like, Ma, have I ever been in a supernatural phenomenon? And I was like, no. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, wait, well, explain yourself because I did not know this. She said when I was a little kid, like around 3, that I had an imaginary friend named Jack.
Jack?
That's why you always bring him up.
Jack.
Whenever we're lifting, you're all like, hey, what's up, Jack?
Sure, no, that does not happen. That's not a thing.
Could you imagine?
No, stop.
He just looks to the left and is like, sup, Jack? And
he's like lifting and he's just like, what's up, Jack?
All right.
I had an imaginary friend named Jack, right?
Yep.
And that she said one time that me and Jack were just talking. And so she didn't see nothing of it, right? And that she leaves the room and that when she comes back, I'm like crying. And she was like, why are you crying? And I look and she looks and I have like red marks all over my face. And I was low-key like bleeding. And I was like,
shut
and I was
you
like,
are such a liar, bro. Seriously.
Bro, I'll call my mom later, bro. And we can have this conversation. And she was like, what happened? What happened? Apparently I was like, Jack hit me, blah, blah. And then I was like, up there's my toy. And my toy that I was playing with ended up like at the top of like a really high dresser. And my mom like completely freaked out, took me out of the room.
Oh, 100% I would have freaked out too. 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Immediately I would have got the holy water.
And I was like, oh my God. So I don't talk to Jack no more.
That boy was wild.
That boy was wild. Obviously, I was just trying to be a good friend, and he over here.
He was not having it, my guy.
You know.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Me personally, I'll fight the ghost, bro. I don't think I can hit, but it's me, you know.
Bro, I'm gonna be real. I don't know if you can win that one.
It's okay. He's gonna film me one way or another, man.
Do you not have one that you remember? Have you never like had a weird like, man, this doesn't make sense?
Yeah. So we were on the way to the valley one time, and it was one of those times where my mom was mad, right? So she was going like 90-some miles per hour the entire way. It was whatever. Right. We have a GPS, and on the thing, like it says the speed limit.
Right.
And if you're going over it, it turns red.
Right.
It never turned not red. And so we were on the way, whatever, and it's nighttime. It's just me and my mom. And I was like low-key dozing off. And all of a sudden, there was like this really bright light from behind us. And I was like, well, this doesn't make sense. Because if you ever go to the valley, there's like a long time of it's just nothing.
Dead. It's
just
straight dead. Yeah.
It's just one street. There's nothing around.
Right.
Like not even, it's no street lights, nothing. And then so I was like, oh, okay, whatever. It's just a really bright truck. But it just kept getting closer and closer. And my mom was like, what's that? And I was like, I don't know, whatever. Like I didn't think nothing of it. I thought it was a really bright truck. And I'm looking at this thing, and then like it's following us, and then all of a sudden it just goes straight up, like that. It goes.
Wow.
And I was like, and I started freaking out. I was like, Mom was like, what was that? I was like, I started freaking out, bro. And keep in mind, it was like 2 a.m, and I'm like, in my head, I was like, no. And I was like, well, no, because where else would it go?
Right.
It's just a one street, and it's there, and then all of a sudden, I saw it go up, and there's nowhere else. I was like, bro, we're getting followed by an alien.
Bro, 100%.
My mom was like, no, this and that. I was like,
she's trying to like figure it out how to,
And then like, at this point, it kind of got her out of her mad phase and more into a confused state. So we slowed down to about 50. And then so she was like, no, yeah, maybe. And I was like, no, I saw it. And I started freaking out. But I remember that one. That one was crazy.
Yeah.
I saw an alien.
Aliens are real. Go ahead.
They are.
100%.
That brings me to my experience.
Go ahead.
I actually have 2.
Go ahead.
First one, my house, like, every room was connected.
Okay.
Walking to my sister's room, the door is in the left. That was my room. With my brothers.
Right.
And then there would be another door. That would be my parents.
Right.
It was just like an L, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
And during that time, we were getting our house fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Our glory to the God, because we don't live, our house is not small no more.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think my sister was sleeping with my brother, my second brother.
Yeah.
And then I was with my older brother. And it was a bed and another bed. And then it was like night 12,
yeah,
I want to say. My dad came in, he was all like, well, finna go to sleep, yada yada. Then my mom comes, finna go to sleep, yada yada. They go to the room, lights are turned off, everything. No, yeah, the lights is turned off. And then, you know, I'm scared. I don't remember if we had a curtain or not.
Yeah.
But it was bright.
Right.
And then my brother and my sister, they were sleeping in one bed. And then the air is right here. The other bed is right there.
Right.
And like the hallway for my dad's room where it used to be, the door was right there, right?
Right.
And she said, well, they said.
Your sister?
Yeah, my sister and my brother. I was knocked out. I was snoring, drooling, bro.
Yeah.
I was gone. And then my sister, she's on her phone, and then my brother's like on the side or whatever. And she was saying that like somebody was just standing there.
Wow.
Like black, like just black.
Like dark, like a shadow.
Like, yes, dark. And then we heard her say, Dad, are you there? Like, no response. Clearly, I was still knocked out already.
Right.
And it still gives me chills to this day. Because that's the house we're still sleeping in. But anyways, she said that she, like, whatever went down under the bed.
Right.
And, like.
Was it gone?
Gone. She was screaming.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I was like, bro, relax, dog. I'm trying to sleep. Yeah, we checked, yada, yada. And my mom, she's praise her, yada. She was like, no, come here. She started yada, yada, doing whatever.
Yeah, throwing the holy water and
whatever.
let's do the rosary. Yeah.
And she was freaked out. She was crying.
Yeah.
Well, that was my first experience.
Yeah.
My second experience, this was 2-3 years later. My brother was sleeping, and it was in the side of my brother.
Bro, the same house, fam?
Same house,
I'm
bro.
done.
Move.
Burn it. Go ahead.
All right. This is where my brother, he was sleeping, right? Sleeping like this. There's a window right there.
Right.
Pillows right here.
Okay.
Right?
Gotcha.
Yada, yada. And I live by the school, Lanier.
Okay.
And like.
Oh, I know you're at. Yeah.
Right?
All right.
Yeah. Like the first house there.
Okay.
All right. Just don't try to go to my house.
Okay.
You'll get bit by a dog. But anyways.
He didn't say first house.
His dog is this big. Don't even trust.
It's in the very back.
Just be like, stop, Sophia, and don't stop.
It's a chihuahua, but it's okay. But anyways.
She fierce, fam. Go ahead.
But anyways, fun fact. Never mind. I'll tell y'all later.
Okay.
But anyways, we were sleeping. Well, that's whenever my sister's room was all fixed up or whatever.
Okay.
Now she was in her own room.
Okay.
And it was me sleeping in my personal bed.
Right.
And my brothers, both of my brothers, sleeping together. I was asleep. My older brother was asleep too. The oldest one, he was awake. He was like 2, 3 in the morning.
Why stop making the noises?
2, 3 in the morning.
Just to add to the
Okay,
story.
go ahead.
And everything goes off. Light, the air conditioner.
Like power, straight up power.
Gone, dark.
Yeah.
Even the what is it? What is it called? I forgot.
The stove.
No. The light that's in the street. What's it called?
Street light.
But anyways, my fault. That was gone. Everything.
Right.
I wake up, and then it's hot. I'm sweating. I'm like, dude, what the hell?
Yeah.
And my oldest brother's just like this, staring at my older brother. That's whenever he wakes up. Yada yada. We're all like, I'm like, bro,
what's going on?
Okay, bro.
Yeah.
Make me feel like they're possessed.
Right.
But anyways, they said to each other, dude, did you see that? Or am I tripping?
Bro, nope. No, you're not tripping.
I'm talking about UFO beam, mom. Something they say something was carried. I don't know if it was a cat or a dog. They seen it.
Bro, shut up.
I swear, bro. Why would I lie to you? I swear I would not lie to you. I'll call him. He still remembers. They go outside.
Wow.
Gone. Me, keep in mind, I mean,
right,
I'm just going off of what they say.
Right.
And I'm just still, bro, where y'all at? I didn't get to see it, man.
Dang.
I was mad. I was mad, bro. I wanted to see it. But yeah.
Kendra, put your hand down. This isn't Q&A.
Okay, you get one question.
Go.
No, I just had a question. I actually have a
Oh, she got something. No captions,
no,
Rick.
sorry. Not yet. You'll have your time.
You'll have your time. Damn. I can't. Okay.
That hurt.
I've known a lot of people that have had like weird. My brother-in-law, like legit, I know this sounds stupid, but he has a family, like his family in Veracruz were like really into brujeria. And they believe that he got the ability to like see, and he just like never acknowledged it, but he will literally see things like just at random. He used to have this troll doll that literally wasn't his. He found it because it was spinning in a bowl in his room, spinning. And he grabbed it and he kept it for good luck because he was convinced that it was good luck to him. They threw it away during this. He went to college and his college roommate threw it away. Literally, I'm not even kidding, fam. Like the next day, he played baseball in college. He like rolled his ankle and broke his ankle. And he was like, I told you this was good luck for me. You shouldn't have thrown it away. And dude's like, what? No, it's not true. Yeah, dude. He's like, it's weird. I don't like being around him.
Hey, do y'all see that?
Okay. Last question.
Ooh, creepy.
Go.
Creepy. We're going to get a little bit serious here.
Spooky, scary.
A little serious. Last question of the day. This is our last question for the year. When was the last time you cried? Now, this could be tears of joy, tears of sadness, tears of whatever. Okay? Because my answers, I have two answers, and one is a sad situation. One, I wouldn't consider it sad, but I remember tearing up. So, who wants to go first?
You got it, bro.
No, you got it, bro.
Nah, it's cool, bro.
No, you got it, bro.
You got it, bro.
Nah,
I ain't even tripping, dog.
Nah,
no, like
definitely don't
if
wanna
you
cry
wanted to
right
go
now.
first, you could totally do it.
No, I don't want to cry right now. You got it.
Nobody's going to cry. We're talking about a time we cried. Nobody said you had to cry.
You want to make me cry?
Oh my God, y'all are the worst.
G,
go.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna talk about the most recent time I cried because it was like a whatever deal. It was like a sorry, honey, no, but you're asleep kind of thing. But
I was there to protect him. It's okay. Bro.
No, dog, he was knocked out. I literally just texted him good night after I finished ranting. No, the last time I cried was at prom.
Really?
When they said
you're goated, bro. Stop. You gonna make me cry.
They said the next prom king, Isael Rosario.
You cried for real?
I cried for him.
Bro, that's friendship.
I was like, yeah. I was going crazy, like, Isa. And this guy goated stands on the chair and goes like this. And for like a solid second, I saw nothing but like my best friend in his complete glory.
Oh my God.
And I was like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever like,
bro.
And I teared up.
And
I was like, oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you think he was serious or did you laugh at him? Be honest.
I don't even think he was looking at me.
I was really just enjoying my moment.
He was enjoying his moment, bro. And I was like, yeah, you got
Yeah. That's so funny. Oh, that's a good, dude. That's a good reason to cry.
You said we're not allowed to cry, right?
I mean, I guess if you have to, go ahead.
It's okay.
Do you want to go next or you want to go last?
Nah, I want to go last.
Okay. Here's the last two. And for whatever reason, 2021, 2022 I've cried a lot this year. I don't know why, but there's been a lot of moments of tears.
Not sure, man. I know you love me and everything. But
I'll give you the two reasons. So the first one is sad. So when Miss Summers was about to pass, I'm a very much a like when people are hurting or in need, I feel like I need to do something, right? So all I did was I reached out to like Mr. White. I reached out to a bunch of people and I was like, hey, I think that we should do, as a faculty, we should do a prayer for her, right? And so that everybody understands, my wife knew had a connection to the hospital that Miss Summers was at. So we knew going into it that it wasn't good, right? And so about 30 people, roughly 30, 35 people, met up at the admin building in Lake Jackson, or in Clute, across from Beewood. And they were like, they wanted me to organize it. So I asked Miss Albert to pray, Miss Hunter to pray, and then her pastor, our pastor at the time, or my pastor at the time, Randy Dane, prayed. And everybody prayed for something specific. Randy prayed for the community that knew Miss Summers. I think Miss Albert prayed for the faculty. Miss Hunter prayed for the students that were her former students. And I was going to pray for her husband, Betty, and then I was going to pray for her family that was coming. Everybody did their thing. Everybody was great, right? Everybody said what they needed to say. And then the entire time, I'm good. I'm holding it together, no issues. So I prayed for her husband. Fine. I prayed for Betty. Love Betty. Prayed for her. I don't know why. I mean, I do know now why. But the minute I prayed for her parents, I lost it. And I barely kept it together to finish the prayer. And literally as soon as the prayer was over, I doubled over and I could not stop crying. And here's why. As a parent, I never want to bury a kid. Never. That is my worst nightmare, is to bury one of my children. I want to be dead. And not that I want them to deal with my death, but I would much rather be dead before them than to ever have to bury a kid. Bro, I was unconsolable, dude. I lost it, bro, because I just imagine Miss Summers was their only child, I believe. And they were elderly. Like, they're in their pretty close to 80s. So could you imagine, like, living your entire life and then being like, I have to bury my beautiful child? I just lost it, dude. I just could not stop. And they were like, you good, man? I was like, no, I'm not good. Like, this is, as a parent, I'm like losing it right now, dude. It was hard. So that was a serious one where I was like, oh, man. And, we did a little service for her here at the school. We, threw flowers in the river. It was so, like, everything about it was beautiful. That was the one time that I was like, that's hard for me. Here's the second one, and it deals with you. And the second time that I'm going to remember for this year was y'all's last game. And, like, I'm seriously choking up now, but, like, you're an emotional kid. Like, you're an emotional person. But in that moment, I felt bad for you. Not bad in a bad way, but, like, I understood why you had the pain. I understood, like, how that was, because you were in your family's arms that same game. And you were hugging everybody, and you had tears in your eyes. And it made me tear up because I understood the importance of that team, the importance of the family that you were going to miss in that team. I understood the importance of, like, the people that were there with you that celebrated you that day. Bro, I like started tearing up, dude, because you were tearing up. And, like,
I was crying a lot.
And the reason why was, like, this is like, in all seriousness, Doc, you know how I feel about you, fam. Like, you're like, I think of you as one of my own children. So, like, I was glad that I was there in that moment because I almost didn't go to that game. So I was glad that I was there in that moment. I understood what you were going through in that moment. And I don't like seeing my kids cry. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the fact that you were tearing up because you understood the importance of that game, the end of that like chapter in your life, it made me tear up as well. Like, it was hard, but I also am glad that I was there. Like, gave you a hug, told you I love you. I do this thing with people whenever, like, I care about somebody. I do that. Like, I like to hit people in their chest. Like, this is my way of saying, like, hey, I'm here. Like, I'm with you. And that whole moment was just like, it was, I'm glad I had it. It was a dope moment. But I remember like, man, I understood your pain. Like as a person that played a little bit of, was a little bit of an athlete in high school, I understand the importance of like, this is the end of this chapter for me. You know what I mean? So again, it's a good thing, bad thing type vibe. But I remember like that hurt for me. I hurt for you in that moment. That was the last time, most recently. That's not true. I yelled at some people and I got mad and tears were mad. Those were mad tears. But I'm not going to go into it. People be like making me mad in this place, man.
I actually got two, to be honest.
Go ahead.
First of all, G. I mean, he knows how I feel, man. I can cry and go on and tell him how I feel.
Yeah.
Every time. I always tell him, hey, bro, I'm grateful for a friend like you.
Word.
I've never
100%.
Never had a friend like him before.
Right.
Checks up on me 24/7. Always there for me. Hey, bro, I have a family problem. He's all like, hey, all right, bro. I'm on my way.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's dope.
Always been.
For the record, super rare.
Thanks, dog.
Bro, super rare.
Hey, can you convince him not to go to UNT?
I've been having that conversation with him for a while.
You're goated, bro.
Bro, I'm just saying. Go ahead.
We got to talk about this.
Yeah.
I tell him every time, brother. Don't go to UNT, man. What if you find somebody else?
Like another dude? Like another bro?
Like another best friend.
Oh, he's not replacing you, fam. Keep going.
That's what I said. Stop. But anyways, I'm beyond grateful for G.
Right.
He's my best friend. Never had nobody, like, we connected instantly.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, man. I don't.
Yeah.
Stop. Don't cry. My fault.
All right, so G most recently, but what was the other time that you've cried recently?
Whoa. Hey, when was the time that I texted you?
Chill, bro. I can't talk right now, bro.
All right. Hey, when was that time? Was it? Hey, you finna cry? No.
Lies. Go ahead.
You cry, baby. But anyways, hey, when was that time? Was it this weekend?
I think it was this weekend.
Yeah, I came back from Tina softball game.
Yeah.
And I think it was Saturday.
Friday.
When was the last game?
It's Friday.
Friday. Come back home, open the door. My parents are fighting. Well, my mom picked me up. Not they were fighting, but they were mad at my sister.
Okay.
My sister, she's not in good terms. I guess you can just put it in the
Okay.
And my sister was in the room crying. They were just yelling at each other. But I wanted to know what was going on, right?
Right.
And I feel like they took out their anger on me because they couldn't win my sister. But me trying to know what was going on.
Right. They were like, Metiche, blah, blah, blah.
Since he's here.
Yeah.
All right. But went to my sister's room and I was like, hey, bro, what's wrong? This and that. And they were all like, I don't want to go into details. But,
Right.
Yeah, but they were all like, long story short, they were all like, they're getting tired of me, this and that. I was like, what's going on? Are you okay?
Yeah.
This and that. And then my mom, she was just going at it. She was like, oh, nah, she needs to get her stuff, get out of my house, yada, yada. I was like, Mom, relax, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Right.
We got mad at each other. Me and my mom, we were just saying some words at each other. I mean, I try to hold it. I mean,
yeah.
I feel bad for myself. I still do to this day.
Yeah.
Because we're not in good terms right now.
Right.
And we were just yelling at each other. And then my dad comes. He was asleep. And then he comes downstairs and he was like, stop yelling, this and that. Shut up. Like, yada, yada. Respect your mom, this and that. And then the story was that I told my mom to shut up when I was like, Mom, calm down.
Right.
Type, like, Mom, nobody's like listening to you right now. Like, calm down.
Yeah.
And
it's harder to listen through yells.
Yeah. And then that happened and me and my father got into argument that I let my feelings out.
Yeah.
And it hurts me to this day.
Yeah.
Because what I said, like, I meant it for it was them to understand how I feel.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And let them know what was going on.
Right.
It brought tears to me.
Yeah.
That was this is the sad part. It brought tears to me because, like, I feel like I let it all out to them.
Right.
When like they didn't deserve that.
I got you.
And like, cause I mean, for them, I'm here. I'm grateful for them. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, like
words are way more painful than people think. They hurt way more. That whole sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Cap.
Yeah, that happened.
Cap.
And, they shut me off.
Right.
Didn't talk to me for like good solid 4 days. Right? 4 days.
Yeah, it was like 4 days.
Yeah, 4 days. And then I cried. I cried to Tina. I cried. She was there. She was listening to everything.
Yeah.
I went up to her. I was like, we were just talking, and I just hugged her, and I just started crying. I was like, why am I not the son? Why am I not the son that they want? What am I doing wrong?
That's deep, fam.
Like, they say I'm a good kid or whatever.
Right.
I'm a good, like, typical parents. What they would say.
Right.
And I see what I told them and what I did, and I just like sat there and just started crying, and like she started crying too.
Right.
Like how I felt.
Right.
And
yeah, that's hard, fam. I think, here's the problem. And I don't know all the situation, but I can look at this in the aspect because I kind of understand your point. Like, specifically being a brown child of brown family. Like, there's an expectation that is held to you that sometimes isn't fair. And it's not anyone's fault. It's how they were also brought up. Right? And so, like, it's tough, dude. There was a lot of times that, like, when I was a kid before my dad passed, where he'd be like, you're not doing it right. And I'm like, fam, I'm trying. Dude. Like, I'm not a horrible kid. We would compare. I was always compared to my brother because my brother was really smart in school, right? He was a book savvy dude. I was not, never was. Never gonna be. That's not my vibe. But, like, I was more my dad than he ever liked to admit. And that bothered him, I think, sometimes because my dad made a lot of mistakes when he was a kid. And so he saw a lot of me, him and me. And so he was always like, you're not doing enough. You're not doing it right. And I was just like, I'm just like, literally you, fam. Why are you mad at me? You're mad at yourself if you're mad at me. That type of stuff is tough, man. I think sometimes there's an unrealistic expectation held to brown and I'll say black people too. Like, there's an expectation that is held that I don't know is fair. Because as a parent, I tried to do all I ask of my kids straight up now. I want you to be honest with me and tell me you did your best. If you can honestly say you did your best, I'm good with it. But if you look at me straight in the eye and you're like, I didn't do my best, nah, fam, you got to do better. But, like, if you're achieving, I'm not mad. Do your thing, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, at the end of the day, like, what's weird, this isn't gonna make sense. But now that you're about to graduate high school, your relationship with your parent changes.
Facts.
Because they can't see you as a young child anymore. Like, you go from parent, kid, to damn near peers, fam. And for some parents, they can't make that transition. They struggle with that transition, fam. And let me tell you, as a parent, the worst thing I can do is continue to tell my son or my sons when they're adults, you're not good enough. You can't do this. Bro, all you're doing is hurting your relationship. Facts. You want to know what I'm excited for? I mean this, dog. I'm excited for the day that I can, like, have a beer with my kid. That's all I'm looking for. I'm actually looking forward to being a grandfather, dog. Like, I'm begging them to have kids. Not now, Joaquin. Don't. Relax. You and Kendra is destined. Not now. But, like, that's for real, dude. Like, I did my growing of a child, dog. You know what I mean? My son, JP's 19. He's in college. I can guide him, but I can't tell him what to do anymore. He comes to me and asks for advice that's different than when he was a kid. But, like, some parents don't learn how to, like, make that transition into, like, I'm here to support you. I can't tell you what to do anymore. You're a grown-up, right? How old is your sister?
Mine?
Yeah.
24?
She's a grown-up. She's a grown-up, dog. I'm not saying anything negative about your parents. I'm just saying you can't treat a 24-year-old as a 16-year-old.
Facts.
Because if you do, you're going to lose a relationship with your children. Period.
Facts.
And when you become 85 and you need somebody to take care of you, they ain't going to do it, fam.
Facts.
I'm telling you. We need adult Mexican training.
Oh my God.
Bro, we need to train adult Mexicans better. Yeah.
Yo, that was my sad part. Can I still go with the story?
Go ahead.
Anyways, that happened, yada, yada. They were mad at me. And then my mom, she's talking to me now.
Right.
just like leaving that in the past. But my dad, like, he's still kind of hurt.
Ooh, that Mexican anger is different, fam.
He's kind of hurt.
Ooh. Yeah.
And then I was just there making me some food, yada yada. They leave. They're going to Houston. He comes back. And I'm over here thinking he's going to get like a drink or something. He comes. He taps me on my shoulder. He just hugs me.
That's dope, fam.
And he tells me, he was like, I'm proud of you. I love you so much.
Oh, bro, did the tears come immediately or as soon as he let go?
Yeah, bro. I'm talking about.
Like,
I'm talking about.
Mocos hanging, like boogers just like dripping
Dude,
down.
I'm talking about like, damn.
Yeah.
Like
100.
That's what I needed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
But, yeah. Now we're good in terms.
Yeah.
We just living life. That's in the past. Yada, yada.
Okay, can I say something about the both of y'all real quick?
What's up?
And I need you to understand this. Literally, my best friend I only see maybe 3 times a year. And literally, when we connect, it's like we haven't lost time. I don't see my buddy Jake for like 6 months, and I'll catch up with him, and we're like laughing, just dying, like we did when we first met. That type of friendship does not happen often, and your jobs, the both of y'all's jobs, and your friendship is to figure out a way that as you grow up as adults, never lose that, because you know how it is so easy to be like, I can't have kids. Man, I'm busy. I can't do this. Blah, blah, blah. You know how many people I like was tight in high school with? We had a group of like 8 dudes. We were tight, fam. Tight. I talked to one. And he doesn't even live in the state. The only cat I talk to still. The other ones, like I still see and I'm like, what's up? But I'm not as close to them anymore, man. It just happens as you grow. So when you can find that person, because I believe that we have soulmates that are not partnerships that are like physical, like sexual. I think there's a mental connection that you get with people. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Work hard on that. All right. We're going to end with this. G, you get the opportunity to introduce who's going to be next year's Front Street host, co-host.
Big shoes to fill. Or whatever.
Giant, massive. Also, he has big feet because he looks like a clown. Go ahead.
Chill. I'd like to introduce our new host for next year, since I'm leaving or whatever. Kendra. Bring her.
All right, you got to turn the mic towards you.
Oh, this is.
That's away from you, fam. You got to have the pop thing.
Okay, got it.
So,
I never done this before.
So me and Moreno knew the end was coming.
Correct.
We were like, we need to start finding somebody that can replace me or whatever. And I was like, there's only like one person.
For the record, multiple people asked.
Multiple people asked, and I was like, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
There was a sophomore this year. Amaya asked for next year, and I'm like, you can't. You're not a senior next year.
No. And I was like, I look across the desk because she sits across from me, and I was like, perfect.
It was a whole moment.
It was in front of me the
whole time.
It was
like
was it like a light just shining?
You know what it was to me? It was like when Rikishi holds up Simba. It was like that, fam.
It was like that, and I was like, Kendra. And then I asked her, and she was like, and I was like, Kendra, come on.
Yeah.
Kendra, think about it.
Actually, it was more like when the alien beams on you and they take you away.
Stop.
Bro.
Somebody's alien now.
You're the alien. We're excited for next year.
Yay.
Introduce yourself, Kendra, a little bit. Just
a quick. You got 1 minute. Hurry up. It's already late. Hurry up.
5 seconds. I'm being honest with you.
Okay, I'm Kendra Lopez. I'm gonna be a senior next year, and my best friend G.
Whatever. Chill.
I play softball, and I love my family. I love God, and that's all I gotta say. I love Miss Moreno,
That's my homie.
and I love his son. I'm gonna marry him soon.
For her to say something.
What'd she say? What'd she say?
You're not gonna repeat yourself.
No. What'd she say?
Oh my God.
Hey, I'm gonna watch this video, man. I'm gonna watch this video.
Hey,
What did you say?
It's gonna get real on the front.
Wait, what did she say? Say it.
No,
I feel like I know what she said.
What I
Say
say?
it, Kendra.
Say it
Go
again.
for it. Go for it.
I said I love Miss Moreno and his son. I'm gonna marry him soon.
Oh.
Suegro, oh my God.
Hey, keep it in the
I'm
family,
just
I guess.
playing.
Wait, do you know how to make
Listen.
tortillas? Time out. Do you know how to make
Yeah.
tortillas? Like homemade, fam.
Yes.
All right, you can be in the family.
Welcome.
Dang. Yeah. So I guess we'll end it there. Next year you'll be seeing Kendra in this spot. It's gonna be great.
Word.
I see nothing but success in that.
Yeah.
I guess I'll hit it, right? You have anything you want to say?
Hey, it's been great this year. But yeah, G's been amazing. He's my dog. Esau's one of the homies, and Kendra's okay.
A and P Esau, by the way.
Yep. I don't know what you just did.
It's a wrap.
Shit! She's gonna be great. She's gonna be great. She's ready, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. At the end, we like actually posted.